Good. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a rain-soaked field here at Souhegan High School. Jason Roby, along with the highlight guy, Steve Cody, bringing you some football action here. We have 6 action-packed games that we'll be bringing to you live on the highlight gear guy this morning. I am joined by the head coach of the first game, the JV and the varsity group, Jamal Foreman. And Coach, a rainy day here today, but an opportunity nevertheless for your guys to get out there and play a really good Bedford team. What do you like about your team, Coach?
We got a lot of good speed on our team. Caden Foreman, he's been fantastic. He's probably the fastest kid in the league, and we got some really good studs. Riker, our tight end's really good blocker, and Hudson, our quarterback, he's pretty decent as well. So we're going to lean on those guys, and we're going to try to see what we can do on this rain-soaked field. You
got a good team across the way in Bedford. The Bulldogs pack a mighty punch. What do you know about this team you're going to be facing here this morning?
You know, it's funny. I was talking to the coach earlier. I've been coaching against them for 3 or 4 years now, since flag, and we were just reminiscing about the good old days when it was less serious business and more fun. But yeah, they're a good group. We're all coached. All Bedford teams are well coached, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to try to relive those old days and have some good games against us.
What do you hope to get out of today? Obviously, winning is great, but having these kids out here in the rain, and it's a little bit raw out here today, but it's a great opportunity for these kids.
It's really not about wins or losses at this level. These kids need to learn the game.
Yeah.
I played Division I football, and I'm just trying to pass my knowledge off to these kids. Not a lot of people with my experience give that to the youth without payment.
Yeah,
I'm volunteering and just trying to make sure that they get the best experience they can get with the best coaching they can get, and they're taking it, and they're getting better every week.
Nice of Souhegan to kind of open their field up. Had a couple of issues with Stello Stadium. Obviously, they shut that facility down for the remainder of the fall. What was it like for you guys adjusting on the fly, getting over here today?
You know, again, it really doesn't matter where we play. I grew up playing on dirt field.
There it is.
Rocks and from in New Jersey, and this is, any field. Anytime we get an opportunity to play, it's a blessing. So it doesn't matter where we go. We'll be ready to go.
Well, that's good stuff. I can hear the guys in the background here getting ready to go. This is Coach Jamal Foreman. Coach, thanks for joining us. Best of luck out there. Stay dry.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, we'll be right back with the kickoff after this. Thanks, Coach.
Stretches it out. That's Anthony Dean. He gets out to the 25. He breaks another tackle to the 30, the 35, the 40, 50, the 45, the 40, 30, 25. There's nobody near him.
No flags.
What a play.
Anthony D goes the distance. D stands for distance. The Clippers on the low block, kick out downtown, Yahtzee.
Two pitch, face hit left field. Austin Suchecki gets it done.
In front of the goal mouth, they jump for it. The header finds the back of the net. Hadley Camo with a spectacular play.
I'm a beast. Yeah,
I'm in my own zone. It's beast mode time, so go hard or go home. I'm a beast. Yeah, I got it on my mind. See, I came here to shine, so let's get it on the grind. I'm a beast. Yeah, I'm in my own zone. It's beast mode time, so go hard or go home. I'm a beast. Yeah, I got it on my mind. See, I came here to shine, so let's get it on the grind. Step up in the building, swagger on point, right? Put your seatbelt on, cause it's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be a long fight, but then again, maybe not. I'm about to get it in. Yeah, I got it on my mind. Let's end this thing in regulation. I ain't thinking overtime, cause I didn't work overtime and I ain't trying to overgrind. I transform the beast mode just like I was born. I can't hit the ball hard. I love this game, it's all I got. That's why I'm going all out and give it everything I got. Yeah, I give it all I got. As if it was my only shot. I play the game to win to the end until I pass out.
our Nashua Cougars.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a rain-soaked field here at the campus of Souhegan High School. Jason Roby here along with Steve Cody on the highlight guy. We're going to brace for the break for the national anthem. We'll be right back to talk about this morning's first matchup. Well, good morning, Amherst. If you weren't up yet, you certainly are up now as the national anthem made its way across the entire town here, I think, this morning. A nice rendition of the anthem there as the Bedford Bulldogs visit the Nashua Cougars in a varsity Northeast Junior High School football youth division matchup. Had the opportunity to talk to the head coach, Jamal Foreman, and just how fortunate Nashua is to be able to come here to Souhegan. Nice enough, the Souhegan school and the school district here in Amherst allowing the Cougars to use this field. We know that North and South will play here as well for a couple of their games coming up. So an unfortunate situation at Stellos, but the neighboring communities coming together to provide an opportunity for these kids to play on a nice field. Jason Roby here along with the highlight guy, Steve Cody. We're going to be bringing 6 games to you here this morning, this afternoon, and this evening. And all 6 matchups will be in the Northeast Junior High School League. We'll start with the 3rd and 4th graders, the varsity team to be followed by the JV team. And then after that, we'll have the next group, the 5th and 6th grade programs, varsity and JV, and then at the nightcap, the 7th and 8th grade programs. It'll start with the JV and then the varsity. This first game will be 15 minutes running time. For those of you that are not familiar with how the clock works here as the captains make their way out to the 50-yard line for the coin toss. Nashua in their black uniforms with the dark blue numbers. So for those of you watching that are ever ordering uniforms, if you're ever going to do play-by-play or color commentary, you really want to try to have some white around those numbers so we can kind of see them dark on dark, but we will do the best we can. Bedford in their white and shirts with black pants. The official is meeting with the captains out on the 50-yard line. And again, for those of you watching here on the highlight guy, you'll want to watch the gentleman in the white hat. He will tell the clock operator when to start and when to stop the clock, as it is at all levels. When he waves his arms, We will stop that clock, and when he winds his arm, we will run that clock. 4 15-minute quarters here, each team with 3 timeouts. It is a rainy morning here at Souhegan High School, but a nice crowd in attendance here. All of the umbrellas are propped up. And the Bedford team across the way starts to jump and get pumped. The the Nashua Cougar team right in front of us here on the home side, preparing. They were all fired up during the pregame, talking to Coach Jamal Foreman about his squad. And really the purpose of football here at this level is to teach the game, to teach sportsmanship, to teach kids how to work hard. And there are a lot of kids that are still in bed right now, getting their cereal, maybe watching some TV. These kids are out here, and they're going to have a good game against this Bedford team this morning. So Bedford looks like they have won the toss. No, they have won the toss. They have elected to receive, and the Cougars will kick right to left on your screen. And we are just about ready here for what promises to be an exciting day of youth football. The Nashua Cougars hosting the Bedford Bulldogs on the campus of Souhegan High School in a Varsity Northeast Junior High School football youth division matchup. The Bulldogs take the field. They are preparing to receive that opening possession. And they will get it on the 35-yard line, going left to right on your screens and monitors. I want to thank you all for joining us here this morning. We hope to have a few guests throughout the course of the day. The Bulldogs break the huddle, sprint to the line. And they'll wind the clock, and we are underway. Under center, it is a wing, strong eye to the right. Isolation play off the left tackle. And a nice down-the-line tackle by the defensive end for the Cougars. Looked like Theodore York was on that carry. It may have been Hudson Blow down the line. Try to spy those numbers for you. They'll come out in the same formation. Tight end to the right wing, I formation, off to the right. Quarterback barking signals, and they'll run the play off right tackle. And off they go around the right side. And the ball is on the carpet, and it looks like it's going to be recovered by the Cougars. It was a good initial run and good hustle there following the play. Hudson Blow picks up that fumble. And so what started out as a great run by Theodore York ends up in a possession for the Cougars. They'll set up shop 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line, 1 yard shy of midfield. So turnovers on a rainy day, something that both teams will have to be aware of. Cougars come out. Tight end wing to the right. Split end to the left. Shotgun formation. Back on either side of the quarterback. Barking signals. Takes the snap. Handoff to the right side. That is Blow. He tries the right side. And there to defend was, it looked like number 24, I believe.
13-11.
Ronan Kearse potentially there on that play for the Bulldogs. It'll be a loss of a yard, so 2nd down and 11 for the Cougars. And some early issues here with the clock. We'll figure this one out. The referee is also keeping the time on the field as well. So, and you'll notice here, the coaches are on the field at the 3rd and 4th grade level, making sure that their kids are lined up properly, learning the game correctly. They got that wing off to the right side, under center now. And a quick dive to the left side, and there's a scrum in the middle of the field, and that's going to get stuff for little to no gain. And that's going to bring up a big 3rd down for the Cougars. We'll see if they'll head to the friendly skies here as they huddle up back around their 35-yard line. The Bulldogs set up in their defensive front. Looks like a 4-3 defense employed by the Bulldogs. Check the coverage behind it. Cougars break the huddle, sprint to the line. They're about the 48-yard line, 3rd down and 11 for Nashua. And now they get a bunch formation off to the left. They'll probably get a direct snap run. We'll see how the Cougars handle this defensive front from the Bulldogs. It is a direct snap. They come around the left side. Bulldogs try to set the edge, and they do. They force that ball back inside. It was a nice carry around the left side for the Cougars. That looked like Caden Foreman on the carry. He picked up a good chunk there. So probably a pickup of 5 or 6. That'll set up a 4th down for the Cougars with 10:57 to go here in the first frame. And just beyond the white tent, you can see the ball set up at the Bedford 47-yard line. So they are now in Bulldog territory, are the Cougars. They'll break the huddle. They set up a flanker wide to the right. Bunch off the right tackle to the right side. Barking signals, direct snap. Has trouble handling it, and now he's going to take off. And Caden bounces around the right side. He's got a seam, and he'll be finally knocked out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. So Caden Foreman again on that direct snap. And sometimes a delay, a bobble can disrupt the flow, not just of the offense, but sometimes the defense. You let your block set up for you there. And that little bubble to the outside broke contained down the right sideline. Huge 1st down for the Cougars. They'll set up shop 1st and 10 from the Bulldog 30. 9:41 to go and counting here in the first frame. You heard Coach Foreman talking about the objectives at this level is to have the kids enjoy the game, work hard. It's not about the wins and losses. There are a lot of other things that are far more important than that. Shotgun formation, backs to either side of the quarterback. They'll shift. And we're going to get a timeout, I believe. They'll stop the clock. It'll be a timeout for the Cougars. That'll be their first of 3 timeouts. And you are watching live on the highlight guy, Jason Roby, along with Steve Cody, calling all of the action for you. Our first of 6 games here today. And during this timeout, I want to talk to you guys about Bouvier Prepare. Bouvier Prepare provides comprehensive college recruiting consulting services for student athletes and their families. If you're looking for guidance in the process for lacrosse, field hockey, soccer, and volleyball, Bouvier Prepare can provide a personalized plan for success. Contact them at bouvierprepare@gmail.com or at 603-465-1102. Bouvier Prepare. All right, the timeout is in the books. There'll be a tight slot off the right side, shotgun back to either side, and they will shift to the left now. And they're going to try to outflank the Bulldogs on the left side, a bounce and a cutback. And the Bulldogs did a nice job of setting the edge there, forcing that run to head back inside. Good interior blocking. It was a nice pickup. It's going to set up a second down and about 7 for the Cougars. The ball is around the 27-yard line, right in the middle of the field. I want to thank again the Souhegan Sabres for allowing usage of the field here. Rain potentially throughout the day, not too bad now. The clock runs, 7:15 to go in the first frame. All right, the huddle breaks. Slot to the right, tight end left, under center. I formation behind the quarterback. Snap, isolation, left side, and penetration there by the defensive line for the Bulldogs. And that play was stopped right at the onset, and it looked like number 22, Harry Stone, made life miserable for the interior of the Cougars here, so they'll lose a couple of yards on that play. They tested the interior of that line. They've gone wide. And first time we've seen an interior run. They tried an isolation play right off the left side, the one hole, if you will, in that A gap for the Bulldogs. They're still in that 4-3 defense. Cougars break the huddle. So the slot is to the left side, and they shift. A little counter look, but snuffed out by the Bedford defense. So it was a good attempt, a nice play there by Bedford. Tyler Robitor on the stop. It looked like they teach you cloudy or clear. Is it cloudy or clear? And there was a gap there that was open, and so they ran through and made not stop. If not for that tackle, could have been smooth sailing to the end zone for the Cougars. It is 4th down and 9, so the Cougars will more than likely go for this one here deep in Bedford territory with 5:06 to go in the first quarter. .456 and counting now. Coach Foreman talking to the Cougars in the huddle. They're getting ready to break that huddle. And we'll see what Coach Foreman and the staff has drawn up here for this huge 4th down play. This is a critical play early on here in the game. The Cougars recovered a opening drive fumble. Now an overload to the left side, an unbalanced look for sure. Into the boundary. Interesting look here by the Cougars. Oh, that counter play that works so well, and this time being chased from the back. Does he have enough? He does. He turns the corner. And there is a touchdown. However, we'll stop the clock. It looks like we have a penalty flag of some sort. And we'll talk about the pink flags along with the pink wristbands and the pink socks. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month throughout the state. And so we do have a penalty. There was penetration on that right side of the Cougar offensive line. Good patience. Break and contain out to the right side. They've had a lot of success over there, but unfortunately for the Cougars, that penalty will be marked off, and that is a spot foul. So it's going to be 4th down and about 18. So the Cougars have that touchdown taken off the board. 3:35 to go in the first quarter and counting. And we'll see if they punt here or if they try to dial some trickery on the play. This first of 6 games here. Happy to be calling it for you on the highlight guy. Cougars will break the huddle. Split end is to the left, a tight end wing, or tight end trips to the right side. Pistol formation, now they'll shift to the left slot. From the pistol. Motion comes in, and it's going to be a speed sweep to the left side. Bounced way out there, and it was a good attempt. The clock will keep running. Looked like the ball was carried there by Caden Foreman. And good pursuit by Bedford. Looks like number 21, Theodore York, was in on that stop. But that play was bothered by some penetration by the Bulldog defense. And as a result, the Cougars will turn it over on downs. It'll be 1st and 10, Bedford. That was a nice drive for the Cougars. I know it did not end up in any points for Nashua, but they showed the ability to use the width of the field. They've turned the corner a couple of times, and I venture to say they found something off of that right side. Bedford will come out with their second offensive look. And we're going to get a timeout here. And I believe it's going to be Nashua's second timeout. We have not gotten a signal yet from the official, but I think I saw Coach Foreman calling timeout, so they'll talk it over. And while they're talking it over, we'll talk about the Nashua Cougars. The Nashua Cougars is a nonprofit organization created to give every child the opportunity to reach their greatest potential in youth football. It's before they head to high school, obviously, and they work with the Nashua High School North coaches to ensure their athletes are ready to compete at the high school level by the time they arrive. It gives them the greatest opportunity to continue to excel beyond high school. To learn more, go to their website at NashuaCougars.net. NashuaCougars.net. And congratulations to Nashua North. They picked up their first victory this Friday night. They went and visited the Goffstown Grizzlies. They shut the Grizzlies out 17-0. So congratulations to Coach Zabolis and his staff and their players. A terrific game in Goffstown on Friday. And as mentioned, a lot of these kids that are out there are eventually, one day, they will be Nashua North Titans. As mentioned previously, for those of you watching, you can see a lot of the pink socks and the pink armbands out there. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so for the entire month of October, you will see the referees and the players wearing pink in support of breast cancer awareness. Deep motion, isolation in the backfield, bounce out. He has the edge. Hits the 50, the 40. One man to beat, had the angle. And it was a good run, good angle of pursuit there taken by the Cougars. Tough to see that number, but a fantastic job of not giving up on that play and chasing that down. It was a huge run for the Bulldogs. Looked like Ronan Kearse on that carry, and the speed on the backside, able to run that play down. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs from inside the 17-yard line of the Cougars. The penalty flag will fly here. We'll stop the clock and check it out. That came from the far side line judge. We'll see what he has dialed in. They'll talk it over, and they're counting. We'll see if we have enough players on the field. There's a substitution violation on the Cougars, so that is going to be a 5-yard penalty. They'll move it forward. So they had 12 players, I believe, on the field. And so that'll set up a 1st and 5 for the Bulldogs. They can get a first down here. Coach Foreman adjusting his defense. Good penetration into the backfield. Well done there as that play was snuffed out. Trying to see a number. It's good penetration on the defensive line on that left side. And I apologize. It's difficult to see those numbers. Could have been Ryan Roberts. Could have been Rayu Tormos. I know it was not Steve Cody because he's sitting next to me operating the camera here. We'll see if we can get maybe a little bit of a close-up on that defensive line, Steve, on the right side, on this side of things here. The lights are not on yet here. It's still a lot of daylight as that looks like it will do it for the first quarter as they're going to switch sides. And look at the kids hustling down the other end of the field. Gotta love it. All right, we're going to take a timeout here. We'll be right back with the start of the second quarter. It is Nashua Cougars 0 and the Bedford Bulldogs 0. Bedford is knocking on the door. We'll be right back after this brief message.
Meet Bouvier Prepare in college athletics recruitment. We cut through the chaos, focusing on superb communication and top-notch organization. One-on-one attention, tailored strategies, and a winning game plan for emails, calls, camps, visits, and offer closings. Be prepared. Your limitless future starts now with Bouvier Prepare.
All right, we are back. The Bulldogs huddled up around their 25-yard line. The Cougar defense waits at about the 15. They'll need a stand here as it's second down and about 8 to go. Under center. Unbalanced formation. It's a waggle play, a naked bootleg reverse. And that is going to be a touchdown for the Bedford Bulldogs. That was Adriel Lancel, it looked like, and a nice job by Bedford. Nice play action to the right side, rollout, waggle action. That naked bootleg, we call that. And I'm sure the Cougars will be talked to about staying home, watching for that play. Something tells me it's not the last time we will see that play being run. So in the second quarter, the Bulldogs are up 6-0. And they will line up for the point after. Under center. Oh, a little counter play. The ball hits the ground. I think it's a fumble recovered by Bedford. Pink flags will fly. We'll stop the clock. We'll check the penalty. It is going to go against Bedford. Not sure if he recovered it in the end zone. So we'll see if they have to replay that down or if Nashua declines it. So it appears that they will replay that down. And they'll wind the clock. So the Bulldogs get on the board first. They get penalized on that extra point. Nashua had to accept the penalty in order to not put more points on the board on that extra point attempt or that conversion. Under center. And here comes the counter again to the left side. They block it nicely at the point of attack. Met at the goal line, but they can't get there in time. Good blocking on that play side as they came with that counter action. So not sure if it's 2 or 1 here. So score shows 7-0. Bedford gets on the board. A little counter action there by the Bulldogs. Look like Cam Konamako's reading those blocks on the exterior. It's going to be 8-0. It's going to be 8-0 on that 2-point conversion from Bedford. And the Cougars will set up shop. At the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 Cougars. Unbalanced formation to the left. Tight end split with a wing off the left side. We'll see if they shift to that left-hand side. They do just that, and they'll bring it over there. Penetration, nice broken tackle there, and off to the races. A nice run there, following the lead blockers. We call that play student body because everybody in the entire class was leading the charge there. Student body left. A nice play dialed up and a 1st and 10 for the Cougars. So they've seen something around those edges. They exploited it in the first quarter around the right side, and now they're attacking the left side of the Bedford defense. We'll see if they dial that play up again. Two evenly matched teams here going back and forth. Just the one turnover thus far, the fumble by Bedford on the first possession of the game. Cougars will break the huddle. Ball's on the far hash. That tight formation by the Cougars. Back into the shotgun. Around the outside, has to reverse field, and nothing doing there as penetration by the Bulldog defense snuffs that play out. That may have been Hudson Blow on the carry. Once again, hard to see those numbers. So at the point of attack, I'm sure the message will be have to sustain our blocks just a bit longer. The Bulldog defense was waiting for that one. Loss of a few on the play. It'll be 2nd down and a long 12, we'll call it. Nashua is the home team here today. Tight end is to the right, split end to the left with a slot formation. Under center in the I, deep I formation. A little mix up in the backfield, and Like Caden Foreman on the deep handoff there, but again, the timing was thrown off a little bit, and that could be because of the defensive pressure from the front four of Bedford. So tough sledding here for the Cougars. They've had some success around the edge on the perimeter, having a little bit of trouble testing the interior of that Bulldog defense, but you have to keep them honest. You have to run there, find those weak points. 8:23 to go in the second quarter. Jason Roby along with Steve Cody, the highlight guy, calling all of the action for you here today. I want to thank you for joining us on a rainy, overcast day, but it's a great day for football. Drake May will make his first start in the NFL today for the New England Patriots. You don't want to watch that. You want to stay here on the highlight guy and watch these games with us. Split end to the right. Twins, split end to the left. Shotgun formation. Drop back. And a quarterback sack there. Ronan Kearse on the quarterback sack. That's going to bring up a fourth down for the Cougars. Looked like they were going to attempt to go to the friendly skies. And that'll be I believe it's going to be a first down for the Cougars on the 35. So say again. The stream is showing first quarter. All right. Technical difficulties up here. So that punt play, the Bulldogs will take over their own 35. A scrum there in the middle, a loss of the ball, and the Bulldogs will have to just fall on it. Like Adriel Lancel recovered that one. Loss of a yard on that, so it'll be a second down and 11 for the Bulldogs. .58 to go here in the first half. The first of 6 games that we'll be calling for you today on the highlight guy. 5-man front now being employed by the Cougars. Deep handoff, a bounce to the outside. Flags will fly. We'll figure out this one. They'll stop the clock. Probably going to be a holding call. Looked like Hudson Blow was in there on the tackle. A couple of his friends. That'll be a spot foul, so they'll back him up 10 from the point of the infraction. Nashua went to that 5-man front. And the play worked, but can't hold the jersey, so they'll bring him back. They'll replay the down. It'll be second down and about 21 yards. So we'll see what the Bulldogs have dialed up here. Under center, Waggle. Naked boot on the other side. This time, the Cougars have it snuffed out. They were waiting for that one. They had success the first time they were in it. That's how they scored that first touchdown. And a good job there on the outside. I think it's number 41, I believe, Riker Ducharme. It's either Ducharme or 40, Ryan Roberts. I don't know if that's a 1 or a 0, Steve, on the edge there. Looks like 40 or 41. Looks like a 41, so that's Riker Ducharme. So a good job of staying home on that naked bootleg, they call that play. And not chasing the play from the backside, staying home and doing his job nicely there. So that's going to set up a 3rd down and next week for the Bulldogs. A long way to go. We know they have some speed to get to the outside. We'll see how it's defensed by the Cougars. Will they go to the friendly sky or will they attempt to go to the outside? It's going to be a roll out to the right. Has a man, and it is incomplete. Referee made the signal. Flags will fly again. We'll stop the clock with 3:45. .341 on the clock. We're going to get another holding call, it looks like, on the Bulldogs, so that's going to back them up even further. And I would think the Cougars are going to decline that penalty and take the down instead. And I believe they will do just that. And so that will constitute a 4th down and a punt play for the Bulldogs. And so we'll get another look at the Cougar offense. They had something going on that last possession. They tried the left side of that Bulldog defense, and they were able to break contain. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Cougars from inside Bedford territory. They'll set up shop at the Bedford 42-yard line. They'll wind the clock. 3:40 to go until the half. We'll see if the Cougars can get on the board here. Good back and forth game between these two evenly matched teams. All right, they get in their formation. Shotgun wide to the right. Flanker off to the left. Shotgun snap. Outside. Nice stiff arm there. Another stiff arm on the outside, and what a move. And a great run there, breaking 2 tackles in the backfield. A spectacular run. Some good individual effort there. We'll get a number there. Was that, looks like 10? I believe it was number 10, and a nice job there by Hudson Blow. As he runs around the right side, breaks some tackles. So it's going to be 1st and 10. The clock is running. We go inside of 2:15 in the first half. Ball will be spotted at the Bedford 28-yard line. We'll see if the Cougars use any timeouts here. So it'll be a split end to the left. Wing is to the right. Shotgun formation back on either side. Drag snap. This time it's a quarterback keeper. Good blocking at the point of attack. Reads that block. He's going to head to the end zone potentially. Nice cutback. He's in. However, there is a flag on the play. We have a couple of Bulldogs down. They're being checked on by medical personnel. It was a nice run, and it was a good read on that block to cut back on the inside. And usually what they tell you, if the blocker is engaged with the defender and the defender spins, there's not always a penalty called there because they were engaged. The clock will start on the snap of the ball. So we have 1:23 to go, so a touchdown taken off the board here for the Cougars. And that was a spectacular play. So it'll be a first down and about 20 for the Cougars. So we'll see if they go to the well again. That play worked nicely for them. Unbalanced to the left side. Shotgun snap. They fake the speed sweep. Nice cut. Dragging defenders along with him, but finds the sledding tough down on the far hash. So the Bulldogs had contained there, forced the run back to the inside. A nice move, and the pursuit was there. A nice gain on first down, but unfortunately for the Cougars, second and long with 46 seconds to go in the first half. Once again, we'll see if they dial in a timeout or not. See how this play progresses. Shotgun once again back to either side. They'll shift to the right. It'll be a student body reverse. The blocking was set up nicely on that side. One man to beat around the corner, can't quite do it. They'll wind the clock. And now they'll stop the clock. It'll be a nice pickup on second down. It'll set up a third down and 14 for the Cougars. And a good play design there. They start that student body right look, and then they run a reverse off of that. Well done. Unfortunately, there was a lot of real estate they had to make up with the holding penalty. So there's 5 seconds left in the first half. Hey, fans, as a nonprofit organization, the Nashua Cougars could not thrive and provide such an incredible experience for our athletes without the generosity of their sponsors. They'd like to give a huge Cougar roar to their top sponsors for the 2024 season: Basco Excavation, Lopez Hardwood Floor Services, and Comcast. To all of the sponsors not mentioned, the Cougars want you to know that they're very thankful for everything you do for them every year to ensure the athletes have everything they need. And hey, if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, Deb Cody from the Dow Group at Keller Williams Coastal is a luxury realtor. She's licensed in Maine, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts and can assist you with your real estate goals. The Dow Group is the #1 real estate team in New Hampshire. Contact Deb at 603-945-2763 or email Deb at the Dow Group. That's DOW, thedowgroup.com. Cougars will set up for what should be the final play of the first half. Tight end wing to the right, split end to the left, shotgun formation, backs on either side of the quarterback. The drop back pass, taking a shot. Got a man! Horse collar tackle, I don't see a flag. He'll get hauled down at about the 10-yard line. What a spectacular play. Get behind the defense there. And the Cougars just ran out of time in that first half, and they exploited the secondary. Everybody was creeping up a little bit. A really nice pass down the seam. And we'll take a break here at halftime, and we'll be back with second half action for you. Our score heading into the half, the Bedford Bulldogs 8 and the Nashua Cougars 0. You are watching The Highlight Guy.
I'm a beast. Yeah, I'm in my own zone. It's beast mode time, so go hard or go home. I'm a beast. Yeah, I got it on my mind. See, I came here to shine, so let's get it on the grind. I'm a beast. Yeah, I'm in my own zone. It's beast mode time, so go hard or go home. I'm a beast. Yeah, I got it on my mind. See, I came here to shine, so let's get it on the grind. Step up in the building, swagger on point, right? Put your seatbelt on, cause it's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be a long fight, but then again, maybe not. I'm about to get it in. Yeah, I got it on my mind. Let's end this thing in regulation. I ain't thinking overtime, cause I didn't work overtime, and I ain't trying to overgrind. I transform the beast mode just like Optimus Prime. I can't hit the ball hard. I love this game, it's all I got. That's why I'm going all out and give it everything I got. Yeah, I give it all I got. As if it was my only shot. I play the game to win to the end until I pass out with you.
Are you looking to play sports in college? Almost every college recruiting website recommends having a highlight video as one of the top 3 crucial recruiting tools. In fact, 93% of college coaches we surveyed said they watch a recruit's highlight video as part of their player assessments. Our sole purpose is to make you look good. Our highlight videos include an athlete bio and accolade page, stop motion, and player highlight. The video is not done until you are completely satisfied and say it's done. We also upload to YouTube or whatever recruiting platform you use. The highlight guy can also film your high school or club games to capture you in action, resulting in amazing footage that you can use to help create your highlight video. We have the expertise to help you get recruited. Check out our website at thehighlightguy.com or contact Steve at thehighlightguy.com to get started on your path to playing sports in college.
Hi, my name is Deb Cody and I'm a realtor with Keller Williams Coastal and Lakes and Mountains Realty. I serve both residential and commercial clients in New Hampshire and Maine and work with an amazing team of KW colleagues and affiliate partners to help you achieve your real estate goals. In 2022, I ranked in the top 20% of 700 plus agents within my brokerage. I was nominated this past year to serve on the Agent Leadership Committee within my firm and have enjoyed giving back to my colleagues and local community. Are you curious to know how much your home may be worth in today's market? Reach out to me today and I'd be happy to run a complimentary comparative market analysis for you.
Meet Bouvier Prepare, your game changer in college athletics recruitment. We cut through the chaos, focusing on superb communication and top-notch organization. One-on-one attention, tailored strategies, and a winning game plan for emails, calls, camps, visits, and offer closings. Be prepared. Your limitless future starts now with Bouvier Prepare.
And welcome back to the field here at Souhegan High School. It is the Bedford Bulldogs 8 and the Nashua Cougars 0. It was a great pass there at the end of the first half. Caden Foreman took a shot deep over the middle, and they had the coverage beat, but unfortunately they just ran out of time. So we'll look to see if Coach Foreman has Caden try that play once again to test the secondary of the Bulldogs. It was a nice throw, and even better than that, the protection up front and provided by the backs was stellar as well. So Foreman had all kinds of time back there to find his receiver. And so we'll wind the clock. We are in the third quarter here. The junior varsity game will come after this one. It is the 3rd and 4th grade level, followed by the 5th and 6th grade level, and the nightcap will give us the 7th and 8th grade level. Cougars in the huddle. They break that huddle, hustle up to the line. Split end is to the left, tight end wing to the right side. Under center, barking signals. Isolation play, bounce to the outside. Nice cut against the grain there. And a good carry. I think that was Foreman again on the carry. Nice pickup on first down. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Cougars. Made a nice cut at the point of attack, back against the grain. Read those blockers, the interior, quite nicely. Good job by the guys up front. Offensive linemen don't usually get all the credit, but those backs don't go anywhere without the work being done by the guys up front. So kudos to the offensive line there for the Cougars. 13-17 to go on a 2nd and 7 play. Ball is at about the Cougar 38-yard line. Split end to the left, wing to the right. Handoff. Initial contact keeps the legs churning, does Foreman. And that'll set up a 3rd down and 4 for the Cougars. So good penetration by the Bedford defense on the left side, but Foreman was able to keep his legs churning. And yards after contact, turn it into a positive play for Nashua. So this will be a big one. We've seen them testing the interior of that Bedford defense with some success in the early going of the second half. 12:20 to go in the third quarter. Cougars break the huddle. Split end is to the left, tight end wing to the right, under center. Foreman is the deep, dots the I. And this time, too much penetration up the middle. That was number 24, Ronan Kieris. We've said his name a couple of times today. He's wreaking havoc in that backfield. And that'll be a 4th down play. They don't punt at this level. They just march the ball back the other way. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. And they will set up shop at their own 30, or we'll call it the 37, 38-yard line, somewhere there, in between there. Can't see it beyond the 10. There we go. 37.5 for those of you keeping score at home. 8-0 Bulldogs, 11 minutes and counting in the third frame. In what has been a good back and forth battle between these two teams. I want to thank you all for watching us on the Highlight Guy. Now Bedford comes out in a tight end wing to the right, split end to the left. Under center, barking signals. Deep handoff. Tries the right side of that Cougar defense. Met there by 3 Cougars. Like they were led by Hudson Blow, number 10. The secondary coming up and providing the finishing touches. Second down for the Bulldogs from their own 41. Split end is now to the right, tight end wing to the left. And that deep eye offset to the left, handoff in the backfield. And a nice tackle there, otherwise he may have been off to the races. And he's all kinds of pumped up over there on the outside. Tried to get a number there, wasn't sure if it was number 42, Logan Cortisis. I'm close. Cortisis, there it is. I was right, Logan Cortisis. And he was, as I said, he was all kinds of fired up on that right side after a great tackle and really probably saved a touchdown-saving tackle by Logan. So this is going to be 3rd down and 1. Huge play here for both teams. And if they can stop him here, we'll look back to that tackle. In the backfield, does he have the edge? He gets tripped up in the backfield. And a great play there. I believe that may have been Blow again. It looks like a 10. So this sets up an interesting scenario for Bedford. We can't see the sticks, but it is a 4th down. I believe it's a 4th down play. 4th down, and we'll call it 4, maybe a long 3. Barking signals. It's a tight end wing to the right. They'll run the deep eye handoff. Bounce to the outside. Cuts back against the grain. He has the necessary yardage. Shoestring tackle there. Looked like it was Foreman on the tackle. But picking up the necessary yardage for the Bulldogs was York, I believe, number 21. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Bedford. That was a huge play for the Bulldogs. The time continues to tick here in the 3rd frame. 8-0 Bedford, and they are on the march. They're in Cougar territory about the 47-yard line. Tight end wing to the right with a sniffer off to the left, split end to the left. Under center. Here comes a little counter action to number 5. And a great tackle there on the outside from his secondary position, running up and thwarting that play before it could get going. And I think, again, that could have been Foreman coming up from his safety position. So a nice job. Pickup of only 2. Second down and 8 for the Bulldogs. On the 45-yard line of the Cougars. Under center. Deep handoff, bounce outside, back against the grain. It goes once again. And a pack of Cougars converge on that one at about the 39-yard line. Ball was carried by number 10 there. I believe that was William Lidstone. And anytime your secondary is leading the team in tackles, not a good sign for the defense. You really want to have those linebackers making those plays, those defensive linemen taking up those blocks. And you can see there Coach Foreman adjusting his guys accordingly at that second level. But good gang tackling there by the Cougars. It'll be 3rd down. There's a slot to the right side. Quarterback bootleg. He's got it on his left hip. Breaks contain. He's on the move. We'll see if Foreman has the angle. He does, and he pushes him out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. So saving the touchdown. It was Adriel Lancel on that carry, on that bootleg. They went to that in the first half, and that's actually how they scored their first touchdown. They went back to the well again, and the bucket was full. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Bulldogs. And now the goal line defense will be employed by the Cougars. A huge series here as it's a tight end wing to the right. Split end is to the left. Offset eye to the right. We're going to get a official timeout here. We'll see what the whistle is. And it'll be a timeout for the Cougars. So that'll be their first timeout of the second half. And that'll give us a chance to talk about the highlight guy. Are you looking to play sports in college? If yes, then let the highlight guy help you get noticed and recruited. We create highlight videos, film sporting events, and live stream, all with the goal of helping athletes get noticed by college coaches. With the highlight guy, you are the star. Let us help you. Go to thehighlightguy.com or email steve@thehighlightguy.com to get started. You are the star. There it is. And you are watching here on The Highlight Guy. We're going to be with you all day and into the evening hours here. Skies have cleared up a little bit, but it is an overcast day. Not as much wind to speak of here, which is a good thing. Nice and dry up here in the press box, but the fans have shown up. They are here to support their Bulldogs and their Cougars. And, of course, this is the home field of the Souhegan Sabres. So you get Sabres, Bulldogs, Cougars, all kinds of wildlife here in Amherst today. 3:53 to go as the Bulldogs break the huddle. It'll be a tight end wing to the right with the sniffer to the right side. Under center, the snap. And met with authority in the backfield. And that was a great play. They sold out there, did the Cougar defense. They were, we call, blowing those A-gaps. They sent pressure right up the gut on the snap of the ball, firing through those gaps and meeting the ball carrier. And that'll be a loss on the play of about a yard. So good aggressive defense employed by the Cougars, and they have to do that. They got to pin their ears back and go now. Can't afford to get down by 2 scores to this Bulldog team. But good defensive effort there by the Cougars on that one. Same formation. Under center, barking signals. Deep handoff. Ball is on the carpet, and it looks like the Cougars have recovered. And is that number 40? 41? It was either Riker Ducharme or Ryan Roberts. In either case, it was a fumble recovery for the Cougars. And that is a huge play for the defense. We'll call timeout here. We'll see what's being called. Referees having a discussion with the Bedford coach. Let's set the scene. Ball will be placed at about the 9-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Cougars from their own 9 with 2:28 and counting to go in the third frame. This has been a good one up to this point. We'll see if the Cougars can get some points on the board here as they go split end to the right. We call that a Cousins look with a wing off the side of him. And now another will stop the clock. Timeout. Timeout for the Cougars. And you can see the importance of teaching the game at this level. It's, of course, everybody wants to win and things of that nature. The scoreboard is, we do a lot of scoreboard watching, but at this level, you really like to see the game being taught the right way, and these coaches do a fantastic job of that. So credit to both teams and both coaching staffs. And a strip sack on the throw, and it looked like he recovered his own fumble there, was Caden Foreman. And the Bulldogs came flying through with some defensive pressure there. They were heading to the friendly skies. That ball was stripped away before he could get it off. He recovered it. Officials timeout on the field, so not charged to anybody. And now we'll wind it. 1:35 and counting. The Nashua Cougars youth football program is thriving in their second year, and they're looking forward to seeing where the next season brings them. They have the hardest working group of coaches who dedicate their time to developing athletes' football skills and teaching them life lessons that will carry with them for the rest of their lives. If you'd like to become one of these coaches, please contact them at NashuaCougars.net. Quarterback keeper around the left side gets stacked up by the interior. That looked to be Blow again on that carry. And again, fans, we apologize trying to get these numbers straight. Look like it'll set up third and long for the Cougars. Foreman in the shotgun. Overloaded to the right side. See how many routes they send, and it's going to be Foreman trying that right side, and they set the edge a little bit better that time, did the Bulldogs. A positive play for the Cougars, but only picked up about 5. And so that will do it, I believe, for the third quarter. I'm showing 15 minutes on the clock. And talking about the Nashua Cougars, the board of directors is a group of people who came together for one purpose. They wanted to create the best possible opportunities for every youth football player in North Nashua. They provide scholarships, transportation, and go above and beyond on a daily basis for all of their athletes. They are all one big Cougar family. So if you're interested in joining the Nashua Cougars board of directors, go to NashuaCougars.net. That's NashuaCougars.net. And we will get ready to start the fourth quarter here. The Bulldogs of Bedford with an 8-0 lead over the Nashua Cougars. The Cougars had a touchdown called back, and that is the difference thus far in the game. It'll be a 1st and 10 Referee counting up. So we'll check what the stoppage was all about. There's some conversation going on. Coach Foreman lining his players up. Bulldogs are ready to run an offensive play here, and we will wind the clock. Fourth quarter underway. Under center, deep orbit motion. They'll run an isolation play deep in the backfield, and that was snuffed out by the Cougars. Nice job at the point of attack there. I think that was Roberts potentially on that tackle. They run that deep orbit motion to turn it into a power I formation, and they kind of give him a head of steam as his feet are moving when the ball is snapped. It's a nice play. Split end to the right. Tight end wing left. An overflow formation, and they set the edge. Or rather, they didn't set the edge, and as a result, a nice run there by Bedford. Foreman on the tackle. They overloaded that left side. They broke contain, and the Cougars were outflanked on that play. And as a result, the Bulldogs will pick up a first down. It'll be 1st and 10 Bedford from about the Cougar 28-yard line.
Go, Dogs!
Once again, these Nashua Cougars will feed the Nashua North High School team. Both of these programs' high schools have had a large amount of success over the last few years, both Bedford and Nashua North. Naked bootleg around the side. It gets snuffed out. Still on his feet. And that could have been Jacob Brower. I'm not 100% sure. I think 63 might be the number that I'm seeing. And he slowed it down long enough for the cavalry to arrive, and that'll set up a 2nd and 16 or 17. So a great play there by the Cougar defense.
Blocks, Ronan. Good blocks.
Split end to the left, tight end wing to the right. And they hand the ball off, and the Cougars do a nice job there, meeting the ball carrier in the backfield. There were 3 or 4 Cougars in on that tackle. So a minimal gain there. If any, it'll be a 3rd down and long for the Bulldogs. At the high school level, the Bulldogs are the 2-time defending Division I state champions. They're trying to three-peat this year. They had a great game against Pinkerton Academy this weekend. A come-from-behind victory against the Pinkerton Astros. And, of course, Nashua North, not to be outdone, they were the 2020 state champions in Division I, so not far removed from their first state title. Tight end left, split end to the right. Full house backfield, 3 backs. That was number 24, Ronan Kearse on the carry. It was almost a T formation in the backfield there for the Bulldogs. And that'll set up a 4th down and 11. 10:48 and counting to go in this one. A real defensive struggle Good goal line stand by the Cougars at the conclusion of that third quarter, keeping them in this one. They had one touchdown called back. So it is still 8-0 Bedford, and they are threatening once again. Tight end wing to the right, strength is to the right, split end to the left, barking signals under center, drop back, handoff, plowing ahead into the interior, and nothing doing there. Is a great job by the Cougar defense, the Cougar interior. Like they were led by Christopher Liakakos, I believe, was in on that stop, so it'll be a turnover on downs, 1st and 10 for the Cougars. We'll wind it inside of 9:48. So Nashua North has to dial something up here. We'll see what Coach Foreman can come up with. Cougars will set up shop at their own 28-yard line. Sure, they'd like nothing more than rip off a nice little 72-yard run right here. Cougars will break the huddle, head to the line of scrimmage. You have a tight end to the right, split end to the left. Double sniffer position. Almost a reverse wishbone here, or a reverse diamond look. Direct snap. Taken by the quarterback. Keeps his feet. And that tackle looked like it was led by number 91 there, was Henry Hubert on a nice play. He was able to stop Foreman on that carry. Official timeout. We have a Bulldog down. Are you looking to play sports in college? If yes, then the Highlight Guy can help you get noticed and recruited. We create highlight videos, film sporting events, and live stream, all with the goal of helping athletes get noticed by college coaches. With the Highlight Guy, you are the star. Let us help you. Go to thehighlightguy.com or email steve@thehighlightguy.com to get started. Nice to see there. The Bedford Bulldog is up, walking to the sideline. Both teams, in a show of sportsmanship, take a knee during that. And we'll wind the clock and get ready for this second down play. 2nd and 8 for the Cougars. 8:17 and counting left in this one. Split end is to the left. It is an unbalanced formation to the left. They are showing their hand here. We'll see if Bedford can stop it. Anticipated the snap. And here he comes. Foreman, brace contained, bounces to the outside and is tackled on the far sideline, and he is in Bedford territory. So the Cougars showed their hand there. They went unbalanced to the left, overload to the left, student body left. And that's a tall task for your defense when you are outflanked like that on that side. So a good job of pursuit by the Bulldogs, because they had to keep him from going the distance. And we almost had that 70-yard run dialed in. It'll be 1st and 10 for Nashua from the Bedford 49-yard line. 7 minutes to go in this one. Watching here on the campus of Souhegan High School. It is Northeast Junior High School football here on the Highlight Guy. Overload to the right this time. And a great job there sniffing that play out. That time it was Hudson Blow trying the right side. A good tackle by William Vanderbecken, number 64. Do believe I smell burgers, Steve Cody. I do believe they are firing up the grill down there.
Let's go, Ronan, make a play. Big time first.
Tight end wing to the right. Split end to the left. Under center, I formation. It is a toss sweep.
Nice job, Will.
And Vanderbecken is there again. He meets Caden Foreman. Foreman will pick up a few yards on that effort. And that'll set up a third down, and we'll call it 7. "46-yard line of the Bulldogs." You have to believe that if they don't get the necessary yardage here, they might go for it on 4th down. So, in essence, you have 2 plays to pick up the necessary yardage. You got to average about 3.5 yards a play here in order to extend this drive. And we'll see what Coach Foreman has dialed in for his team as the Cougars head to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a tight end. Oh, they'll flip it to the other side. No, it'll be a tight end wing to the right side, slot to the left, pistol formation. Here comes the motion. They hand it off. It's a bubble sweep. Keeps his feet. Got one man to beat and a great tackle on the edge there. And I'll tell you what. If he is not there, that could be trouble for the Bulldogs. A great play over on the edge there. I have 91 on my roster. It was Henry Hubert on that play. So this is the game potentially right here. It is 4th down. We'll call it a long 6 or 7 yards potentially. Ball's on the 46-yard line. Cougars need to make something happen here if they want to extend this drive and try to tie this game up. The Bedford defense needs to make one more stand here. They might be able to escape with a victory. Tight end wing to the right, split end to the left side, shotgun. Backs on either side. Back to throw. Quarterback has time. Stiff arm. Now tucks it. Breaks against the grain. Still running. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage and falls forward. But that is not going to be enough. A great job by the Bedford defense to swarm that play. Led by Hunter Banks, I believe. Nobody was open. It turned into a positive play for the Cougars. They had a chance there. So there's 2:52 to go in this one. The Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line. The first of 6 games we'll be calling for you here today from the campus of Souhegan High School. Thank you all for joining us on The Highlight Guy. Jason Roby along with Steve Cody, the man on the moving pictures. The rain has subsided for now. It's still an overcast day, but sun trying to peek through the clouds. So Bedford now has to take care of that football. The turnovers have plagued them here a little bit in this one. The Turnover battle being won by the Cougars this afternoon, but it has not cost the Bulldogs as yet as the clock begins to tick with 2:45 and counting. Tight end flanker to the left. They're waiting for the signal. Very smart, letting that clock run down. Deep handoff, off the right side. Tackled just beyond the 50-yard line. And you can see the strategy employed there by Bedford. They're looking at the lead official in the white hat. When he puts his arm up, that signifies the 5-second warning to snap that ball. 1:50 to go now, a sizable gain on first down. It'll be second and a long 3. One more run like that could do it for the Bulldogs. Back under center. Takes the snap. Reverse pivot. Little counter play to the right side. Off to the races. Breaks one tackle. Breaks a second tackle. Finally gets dragged down. That was a nice little counter action from the Bulldogs. Finally able to run him down was Caden Foreman. So that'll be a 1st and goal for the Bulldogs. It was a nice play by Bedford. They'll wind the clock, and that will probably do it, barring some scoop and score here. If they actually run a play, they might just take a snap and kneel down on it. We'll see what Bedford chooses to do here. 1st and goal from about the 5-yard line. And they will take a knee, and that will just about do it here. They're not going to call a timeout. So a great game between these two teams, and nice round of applause by the folks that are in the stands here. They saw a good one. The weather turned a little more favorable to both teams on the field, and a hard-fought game as both teams will meet on the 50 to do the post-game handshake. And what a good game between these two teams, the Bedford Bulldogs and the Nashua Cougars in a classic, a defensive battle here. Some great goal line defenses employed by the Cougars and the big play running of the Bulldogs. A couple of turnovers. And your final for our first of 6 games here from the campus of Souhegan High School. It was the Bedford Bulldogs 8 and the Nashua Cougars 0. And we will be right back with our second game here, scheduled to start at 10:30. These same Bulldogs and these same Cougars will meet in a junior varsity Northeast Junior High School football youth division matchup. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these messages.